Okay, this is the third part of my hater video series. The first part was just a general overview of what the series will be about, and part 2 was the case of Jesse Slaughter, which is a specific example of someone who did not know how to deal with haters at all. So basically, this video will be about how you can deal with haters. Basically, whether you should reply to their comments, whether you should delete their comments, or whether you should block them permanently from your channel. This is all just my philosophy, this is just my opinion. Other people have different ideas about how to deal with haters. Some people block haters immediately, they block almost anyone. I think it's kind of heavy-handed. And other people respond to almost all hater comments, and I think that gets into too many arguments. But here, basically, is how I think you should deal with hater comments. Most common thing that you will want to do, again, this is just my opinion, but for me the most common thing that I think you should do is you should delete hater comments. Because it seems to me that on my videos, if I keep up with them, delete hater comments, I tend to get way fewer hater comments than I do if I just ignore the haters. It seems like when someone sees a hater comment on a video, like, you scroll down on the page, look at the bottom, and you see a hater comment, it seems like other haters are encouraged by that in some way, and you'll get more haters that way. But that's just what I've noticed. Now, most of the time, the hater comments aren't really worth responding to anyway. Hater comments tend to be really generic, like I said in the overview video. So if someone just says you're ugly or the video is stupid, then just delete. That's pretty simple. There really is no way to even respond to that, and there's no reason to. Those people are just really obvious trolls, and there's not really any advantage in responding to them. Except I guess you would get more comments on your video, but at the same time, subscribers are more important than the number of comments that you get. If you end up getting a ton of hater comments, that will probably prevent some people from subscribing to you. Because they'll see all these complaints about your videos, and that you leave them up, and that you don't maintain your videos too well. And, you don't respond to comments probably then. So normally you're going to want to just delete hater comments, because normally there's no point in responding to them, it doesn't get you anywhere. If it does anything, it just gets you in an argument and it wastes more of your time. So you don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. Now, some people, though, do the second option, which is you can reply to hater comments if you wish. For some people, this works fine. For other people, like Jesse Slaughter, it becomes a complete disaster. Now, as long as you're not doing a bunch of really stupid stuff, you probably won't end up nearly as bad as Jesse Slaughter did. Like I said, if you don't know the story behind that, you can go see my video about Jesse Slaughter, which I uploaded about 2 weeks ago. But you're not likely to end up that bad. But like I said, if you reply to comments, they'll reply back a lot of the time, and then you'll get into an argument. Now, if you only have a couple haters, that's not such a bad thing if you don't care about arguing with people. But once you get to the point where, like, you get well, mostly I see this on larger YouTube accounts, like people have a couple thousand subscribers. But, like, there's only one person I really know who responds to hater comments and has a couple thousand subscribers and are actually successful. That would be Angry Ozzy. Most people, when they get that many haters, which you will get when you get a couple thousand subscribers, if you respond to them, you'll be in like 5 arguments all the time. And that just wastes way too much time. But Angry Ozzy somehow does make it work. But mostly, frankly, he just responds to every comment on every single one of his videos. He obviously has a lot of time on his hands. So he has enough time to argue with haters, and even he stops responding to them at a point. Like, he might argue with them for 2 or 3 comments, but then he knows he has to stop, because he just says no one has the time to argue with all their haters. But what you can never do is you can never make a video responding to your haters. Maybe you can make a video about some hater that you met once on YouTube. Okay? Maybe to one specific hater, but what I mean when I say you can't make a video to respond to haters is you can never make a video with a title that's like "To My Haters," or "Response to My Haters," or "Stop Hating." That is like a gigantic sign pointing at your channel saying, "Leave hater comments here, because I will respond to them and they get to me." Okay? That just never works out well, and the haters are not going to listen. I mean, it's the stupidest thing in the world when I see people saying to their haters, "Stop hating on me." I mean, come on, that's not gonna work. Alright? That's just never gonna work. Now, so basically, overall, if you want to reply to comments, that's your decision. Frankly, I don't think it's a good idea because you get into a lot of arguments. But hey, if you don't mind that, go right ahead. But my advice is absolutely, positively never respond to your haters with a video. Because that invites so many other haters. Like I said, it's like a big neon sign pointing at your channel that all the haters can see. It will never work out well, and it will never stop the haters. There really is no stopping the haters unless you do the third option, which is to block them permanently. Now, blocking them permanently is exactly the way it works on like social networking sites like Facebook, or MySpace, or anything else where you can block people. That account is permanently blocked. That person might not be permanently blocked. If they have a second account, or if they're obsessed and then just make another account, they could still possibly get to your YouTube channel. So it's not foolproof, but it will keep away the vast majority of haters permanently. So when should you block people? Well, again, everyone has their own philosophy on this, but mostly I don't block people. I know I've blocked maybe 5 people my entire time on YouTube, which has been just over a year. Alright, so I'm not big on blocking people. Like I said, some people block all the time. I think it's a bit heavy-handed. Normally, deleting the comments will keep the haters away. They won't bother coming back to check. They won't notice. They won't care. Or if they do, then you block them. If someone's leaving hater comments on multiple videos, like they go to like 3 of your videos and leave hater comments, then block them because obviously they're kind of obsessed and they're coming after you. Most haters aren't really coming after you, they're just going around to random YouTube videos leaving hater comments. So, normally blocking isn't necessary. I block people, like I said, if I get into an argument with them, if I respond to them and then we have a back and forth, eventually I'll just block them if I get tired of it. And aside from that, also sometimes when they leave hater comments on multiple videos, or what really gets me is if they leave a hater comment on my channel. I really hate that. That's just kind of a pet peeve for me. I cannot stand that. That will get someone blocked almost immediately for me. But definitely, if they're leaving multiple hater comments, if they keep coming back, you need to block them at that point. Because they're obviously not going to stop. But 90% of haters will stop when you delete their comment. But almost none will stop if you reply. So overall, the overall message of this video is that you should... you can reply if you want to, but I don't suggest it. Never make a video responding to your haters. Block them if they leave multiple comments. But overall, if you're not sure what to do, just remove the comment. They're not going to come back and check, most likely. They won't know, and you'll never see them again. That solves 90% of your hater problems. So just keep that in mind. Don't let the haters get to you, and I'll be making another video in this series very soon. Oh yeah, and by the way, I love that YouTube increased the video length for videos to 15 minutes, because normally I'd be worried that this video might be getting a little long. With 15-minute time limits now, it's no problem.